Hey everyone, hi! Welcome back to another practice video of Skilsa. I'm so happy to welcome you here once again. For all those who have attended the workshop, welcome again for attending this particular practice video, as well as for all those who missed the workshop or could not really attend it. Thank you for tuning in. Do definitely watch the video ahead. And after you complete your work, okay, after you have enjoyed making this particular art, okay, do upload your pictures or even videos for that fact on our Facebook page. Please feel free to do so. We would love to see your work. Okay, and if you do something beyond the Indian flag, okay, something different with the dry food art as well, so please do upload pictures. We would love to see it. Okay, because this is something that we have done at a very basic level for all the kids. Also adults can get into this. Okay, it's a very beautiful form of an art. Of course, we do not intend to waste any sort of food over here, but it is just another something fresh to be done, right, with craft that we have nowadays. So yes, and I'm sure most of you must be aware of this. Okay, but somewhere we have lost touch. Okay, and kids are newly exposed to this, so they like with all the variety of colors that we have available in both greens and pulses, we can make so many things out of it. And this is just an attempt to make the Indian flag, so here it goes. Okay, so let's begin with our drawing now. Okay, I have a pencil here and a scale. I have a plain paper here, okay, which is white in color. You can also take a cream colored paper, but preferably take a white one. Okay, we first begin with drawing the pole of the flag. Okay, for this we'll need a scale because poles cannot be drawn freehand for this one. Okay, next we begin with drawing the flag of our nation. So it is an absolute freehand drawing. Okay, I'll first start with drawing the rectangle. So since this is in a perspective look of the flag, that's why I'm drawing it like this. Okay, here is our rectangle. I'll divide it into 3 parts because obviously we have a tricolor flag, right? The Tiranga. Okay, so here we have the basic outline of our flag ready. We also have something called as the Ashoka Chakra, right, in the middle of the middle strip. So this is our freehand drawing of the Indian flag. Next, I will take some colors. Now this could be watercolors, or it could be crayons, or it could be color pencils as well. I am comfortable with watercolors, so I'm going ahead for this. So the first color is obviously orange. The topmost color, that is the saffron color. Now the purpose of coloring this picture is that we have a basic base for the grains when we stick it, the pulses when we stick it. Okay, so over here we are going to have a pulse, right? That is the Masoor Dal, or what we call as the split red lentils. Okay, and keep it as light, dark as possible, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, just ensure that you do not really cross the boundaries in any way. Okay, next I'll take the green color for the bottommost band of our flag, right? We need not paint the white. It could just remain as it is. Even if you're using a cream color paper or an off-white, that is also fine, because anyway we are going to use our grain over there, right? We are going to use rice to stick over there. So Now you may think that my water content is high, but it will dry up soon, so I need not really worry about it. There were some kids who were really enthusiastic about using oil pastels during the workshop. Well, you can definitely use it. My only trouble is, not trouble, but I just feel it is a limitation maybe while sticking it. So just be careful while you stick it, because it should stick, right? Next, I will paint my flagpole black in color. It could be black gray, so I'm gonna keep it black. It's not that dark, but I'm comfortable with this color since I do not want to make it too dark. Okay, so here we go with this. Now we have to wait until this dries. Okay, let's go to our next step. We are done with our coloring painting part. Now let's go to the next step. So as I had mentioned that we'll need some thin papers, I have some thin strips over here like these. Okay, these strips may not be that thick. Okay, it could be 1 centimeter. Okay, or they could be just any size strips, but just ensure that it's not too thin, okay, and they're not too thick. Okay, just about this size. Okay, and now just like how we fold a fan, we are going to do the same way. So I'll take one end, I'll fold it like this. Okay, then I fold it like this, so inside and outside. Okay, inside and outside, inside and outside. Okay, keep on repeating this, okay, for at least 2 strips like these. The length of the strip is really not that important. I'll tell you why are we making these strips. Okay, like why did we cut this strip and why we are making it in a fan type form. It's because we are going to use it for the circle, okay, over here. Now since my circle over here is pretty small, okay, so you will have to check accordingly. See, now this has turned out to be big, right? So you need to ensure that it fits. Okay, that's why I'll take another strip and I'll make it really thin. Okay, so you need to ensure this as well, that your strip that you're going to fold, okay, fits into this particular thing after you make the fan. Okay, after you make the fan like thing. So see, this thing fits now. So let's just complete making this. Now that we're done with this, okay, let's just stick these ends like this. Okay, so we stick these ends like this with some glue. Okay, I'm using a Fevibond over here, but please feel free to use a white glue, okay, or a Fevicol. Avoid using a glue stick, okay, because a glue stick does not stick that well, okay, as much as a liquid glue would, right? So yes, okay, so here I'm ready with my Ashoka chakra. Okay, now you might be wondering that, okay, how are we going to do this? But don't worry, I'll show you very quickly how do we do it. Okay, now this has also dried up. Now let's keep this chakra aside and let's start sticking our grains. So I'll start applying my glue in the topmost part. Okay, you can start with the green part as well. Okay, I'm comfortable with going from top to bottom. So just ensure that you apply the glue only in the boundary that you want to stick in it, stick the grain or the pulse in at. Okay, I'm gonna start with the saffron part and ensure that you have not crossed any boundaries. So see over here, I've crossed it, right? So I'll have to ensure that I kind of get rid of the glue over here. Okay, so that while I stick, nothing comes in this part. Let's begin. So Now ensure that you do not take a lot of your pulse in the beginning, because it could go waste. Okay, just try to fill up the gap but not even waste the thing, right? And try to ensure that you have appropriate amount of glue while sticking. It should not be too much, but it should also not be less. Okay, try to get the judgment. So dry food art is something that, you know, with practice you get better. With practice you get better at any art form, actually, for that fact. It's not just this, it's just how precise you become with time, right? So we did this. Okay, similarly, let's even do it for this now. Okay, I'll do it the same way. You feel free to spread if you feel that you're not able to do it with the bottle. Okay, feel free to use a paintbrush, but don't forget to wash the paintbrush after using it for spreading the glue. Okay, I am comfortable with this tube like glue, and that's the reason why I'm using it. So now I'll use the Moong Dal. Isn't the sound of it so beautiful, right? Okay, I'm using the Moong Dal now. Now we're done with the Moong Dal as well. Before we stick the rice over here, let's stick the Ashoka Chakra here. Okay, so I apply some glue over here again. Okay, now the reason why I have kept this as last, so that we have a boundary set for both these parts, right? And now I just stick this over here. That's it. So try to stick it within the circle itself. Try your best to stick it within the circle. Okay, so that it is beautiful that way, and that we do not lose the proportion of the whole drawing, right? You will have to keep it on hold like this for some time till it sticks. Okay, because it's going to be a bit difficult for us to get along with it. Okay, to keep it tamed, right? We have to keep it tamed. And see, this is a huge possibility if you don't stick it well. Okay, some part of your grain or your pulse will definitely come out. Okay, see, something like this. I hope you all can see it now very well. Now the last part of my painting is left, and that is painting the Ashoka Chakra. Okay, since we cannot keep it blank, and we all know that it is, of course, blue in color. Okay, so I'll just paint my Ashoka Chakra blue in color. See, and with a paintbrush, right, you can also go amongst the edges like this. Okay, like you can see it right now. So this will not only give you a 3D effect, but it also look beautiful. Okay, and since we do not have any grain that is blue in color or a pulse that is blue in color, as far as I know, we do not. Okay, so the only way to replicate the chakra is by painting it like this. Okay, so here we are done now. Okay, and last we are left with this part, right? So the white part, so we cannot leave it blank, of course. We need to fill it up with the rice grains that we had got, right? Now see, there's a huge possibility that a food grain will come out like this, so you need to be very, very careful while doing this middle part. Okay, your hands, your fingers may get a bit dirty, so be prepared for that. but you can't help it. See, something like this will definitely happen. And you can always do touch-ups, okay, afterwards. Let's get some glue over here as well. Okay, be very careful with the glue, okay, because it's most probably, okay, it tends to happen that it sticks. Okay, it mostly happens. Okay, now as you can see, some of my part is still a bit, yeah, and here we go. Now I'll take some rice grains, and I'll start pasting it. See, looks beautiful, doesn't it? I don't know, after you're done with all this pasting part and all, okay, just ensure that you get off all the extra grains by just, you know, holding the paper like a photo frame. Okay, so just hold it straight. See, this is tend to happen. It's pretty obvious that it will. Okay, but that is also the beauty of it. So it's okay if a bit of it happens, don't worry. Okay, craft is all about getting our hands dirty, right, and then getting the ultimate output as a very beautiful one. So see, we're almost done. That's it. Wasn't this quick? And for touch-ups, I'll apply some glue here. Okay, and I will paste some dal over here, as in the, oh gosh, yeah, that's it. Okay, now for the final touch-up, what we're gonna do is just take a black sketch pen. Okay, I have one over here. Okay, why do we need this black sketch pen? For the pole, right? Because it will give a very different kind of a finish once you use this. And that's it, we are done. See, happy Independence Day to everyone. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Okay, try making more such artwork with food, with dry food, and ensure that you do not waste any food in this. Okay, there are a lot of people who, you know, do not have food, especially in these times. So we'll try to minimize the wastage while we make our food art. Thank you and take care.